Hey you guys, what's up? It's RocketHouse54 here, and welcome to my horror pack unboxing for the month of July 2024. Just get this right open. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think, or maybe it's this coming month, I was gonna say, HorrorPack did say that they were actually going to be putting in 2 exclusives, but I forget if it was this month or if it was next month. I think it was next month, but we'll find out soon. So the first one in here, because this is one I have seen, and I'll be honest, I absolutely despise this movie. I think it's fucking terrible, which kind of sucks. But wait, this movie was rated R? Okay, that's stupid. I thought this was rated PG-13. Yeah, but the first one in here is the 2020 version of The Grudge, which is absolutely horrible. I really do not like this movie. I remember I was kind of excited to watch it because I'm not even a fan of the 2004 one. I actually did finally watch the 2002 version, Ju-on, which interestingly enough I found out is actually not even the original one. The original one, I believe, was called Ju-on: The Grudge, and it was a TV movie from 2000 that was from the same director. But yeah, I liked Ju-on, like the 2002 one. I will say my exposure to this story has not been the most conventional one, because I first saw this story spoofed in Scary Movie 4 many times before I actually saw the 2004 version, so it kind of got a little bit ruined for me. I even when I watched the Japanese version, I'm like, yeah, I still don't get really all that scared by it. But I remember I was excited to see this because I was like, maybe they'll do it right this time. And then I watched it, and it was somehow even fucking worse than the 2004 one. This one was so unscary, it was ridiculous. It was just really poorly made. Apparently, the guy who directed it, made a film before this that was actually quite good, which resulted in people being even more disappointed with this. But yeah, apparently this is rated R. I always thought this was PG-13. I guess I was wrong. I don't even remember it really even needing an R rating, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, really the main things I just liked about this was I liked John Cho and Lin Shaye in it. That's literally the only things I liked. So anyway, the second one in here, this is a Scream Factory. They did say that there was going to be a Scream Factory film with Christopher Lee in it. How old is this? 1970. Yes, this is a Hammer film. It's this Scream Factory here called Scars of Dracula, which I forget the name of the one that they put in very recently. It wasn't The Hand That Feeds the Dead. It was, yeah, I can't even remember, but I think that one may have also starred Christopher Lee. But yeah, these Hammer Scream Factories haven't really been the best, but hopefully this one will be pretty good. I never really heard of this one, but I have heard of Hammer films because I had to watch 2 of them for a Hooptober requirement a few years ago. But it says, the legendary Christopher Lee is back as Dracula, bringing unspeakable horrors upon a local village that defies his evil reign. But when a young man and his luscious girlfriend unwittingly visit the Count's castle, they find themselves trapped in a face-to-face frenzy of bloodthirsty vixens, religious blasphemy, and sadistic henchmen. The Prince of Darkness has returned like never before, but will his horrific mark remain forever? Patrick Troughton co-stars in this 1970 shocker, directed with bloody bravado by Hammer veteran Roy Ward Baker. Yeah, that name also sounds familiar. Because I'm pretty sure he did direct the other one that I saw, but I feel like... No, I was about to say, did he direct Bay of Blood, but he didn't direct that. I just remembered, because that was an Italian film. Yeah, so hopefully this one will be pretty good. So that's the second one in here. The third one, this is the HorrorPack exclusive. This is a really cheap-looking cover, but in, the best way possible. It says it's from last year, but it may actually be from this year, given the, just sometimes they put the previous year under the copyright. But this is the exclusive called Huntress. It says, in the grim final days of World War II, Allied forces invade the German homeland. Desperate but unbeaten, German soldiers and civilians will do anything to survive. An American Army medical team is on the run, trapped behind enemy lines as its nurses and medics are hunted one by one by a vicious killer bent on their total annihilation. The team takes shelter in a German chateau, but soon find themselves in a deadly game of cat and mouse. The aristocratic family that has taken them in is not what they seem. When it's kill or be killed, who will find the will to survive? So this sounds like it's going to be a pretty good one. The image on the back reminds me of, like the shot from the Blair Witch Project where they like first find the stick figure kind of. But yeah, hopefully this will be pretty good. I'm kind of excited for next month being, because I'm pretty sure it's next month that's going to be the 2 exclusives. I'm wondering if it's going to be like 2 exclusives and it's going to be 4, or is it going to be like 4 with the normal exclusive and then the extra exclusives there will be 5. That would be really nice if they did that. But I'm really excited to see that. And then, oh, that's awesome that this is in here. And I can actually, I normally I don't think I would have watched this if it wasn't in the pack, but this is awesome that this is in here, because they did say that there was going to be a 4K in here, and I have not seen this. I wouldn't have thought that this would have counted for the horror pack, but this is awesome that this is in here. And oh right, and I forgot he directed this too. But anyway, this is a really cool thing to see in here. But the last title in here is the 2019 4K of Hellboy with David Harbour. I heard this didn't get great reviews, but you know, now that this is like in the pack, I'm kind of excited to watch this. Like, that's a really cool cover too. But I've seen the Guillermo del Toro one, and I thought it was good. I didn't, like, absolutely love it, but it was a pretty good movie, and the 4K transfer on that is absolutely beautiful, because I have that one on 4K. I still haven't seen Hellboy 2, though. But yeah, I wouldn't have thought that this would have counted for the horror pack. Because I don't even really remember, like, the original Hellboy being that scary or horror-oriented, so... But yeah, hopefully this will be pretty good. I'm hoping that this... I'm wondering how, like, horror-esque this will be, but I was gonna say this was directed by Neil Marshall, who also directed Dog Soldiers and The Descent, which are 2 really good horror movies that I really enjoy. I actually like Dog Soldiers more. It's kind of... Dog Soldiers is kind of weird, but it's good, and I do like The Descent too. I think it's a little bit overhyped. I don't think it's as scary as some people build it up to be, but I know that most people say The Descent is like one of the scariest like horror movies of the last 20 years. Like, a lot of people really, really love it. I still think it's pretty good. I just don't think it's as scary as some build it up to be. But that's really cool that this is in here. Again, I'm kind of surprised that this would be in here, but maybe this has more of a horror element than I realize. I'll have to see once I watch it. But yeah, so started off not quite so strong with The Grudge, but then ended on a high note. So I'm excited to check out the rest of these. But anyway, guys, that'll be it for this video. Subscribe for more content. Please leave a like on the video if you enjoyed, and remember, you guys, what one can I make a joke about? Whenever getting horror packs, say no to drugs.